Hi, everyone. Welcome to Financial Insights. My name is Linda, your accounting coach. So, we're still talking about financial wellness this month. And as we've learned, financial wellness is all about the relationship we have with money and just managing our business and our personal finances. And particularly for entrepreneurs, we know for many of us, finance is the number one stress for us. And a tip that I want to give you today is how to feel in control and more confident in your business finances. And it's going to sound very simple, but it's very hard for a lot of us. And that tip is we have to do the work. And what I mean by that is here are four things in order to feel in control and confident. These are things you have to do to manage your business finances. Number one, if you're using an accounting software, you have to code your transactions. Some people may say categorize. This sounds very simple. However, many people struggle with this. You have to take time, put it on your calendar to sit down and code transactions. If you do not have a bookkeeper, you have to do that as the business owner. Many people struggle with that because it's just something that, who wants to just sit in front of a computer and say, okay, let me put this in supplies, let me put this in salaries, whatever the case may be. But in order to have financial statements, in order to know where the money is going and where it's coming from, this is key. You have to categorize, you have to code your transactions because you have to send financial reports to your tax preparer. If you're applying for a loan, even a grant, those statements are used for multiple reasons. So, definitely number one, ensure that you're coding or categorizing your transactions. Number two, you want to make sure you're invoicing your clients and paying your bills in a timely manner. If you're not doing that, you could be missing out on revenue. You could be missing out on cash that can actually cover payroll or cover expenses. Number three, you want to incorporate in your weekly or biweekly routine creating a cash flow forecast. Doesn't have to be, something, extreme, but just a simple, okay, this week, this is the amount of cash that I'm expecting to come in. This is the amount of cash going out. This allows you to review a couple things. It allows you to review sales. So you're reviewing clients if you're invoicing, whatever the case may be, cash going out. This allows you to review expenses, payroll. So just do a simple cash forecast. You can put it in Excel. You can use a good old notebook, but you want to make sure you're managing your cash. You know what's coming in, you know what's going out. This allows you to be proactive instead of reactive. Then, lastly, reviewing financial statements. Many times people say to me, well, I'm not sure what I'm looking at. It's just numbers. Well, if you have to code or categorize your transactions, if you're invoicing and paying your bills on time, those financial statements really is just a summary of all of those activities. So, reviewing your financial statements more routinely, you'll get more comfortable with it and you'll start asking questions. So remember, the financial statements is just a roll up of all of those transactions. And it's also good when you're looking at the profit and loss statement, is to look at it like what we call profit and loss by month. So instead of looking at just 1 month at a time, actually if you're using, for instance, if you're using QuickBooks, you can actually tell QuickBooks, okay, I want to see this data by month. And so it'll have January, February, March, April, and so on and so on. That's good. So you can actually see, okay, what did I do this last month and then compare it to the current month. Then also, if you have a budget, you want to compare your actual versus budget. So definitely review your financial statements. Also focus on your balance sheet. Many times we focus more on the profit and loss statement, but focusing on the balance sheet, that's where the meat is. Looking at your assets, looking at your liabilities, looking at that cash balance. Is it, steadily increasing? What's going on with it? Also looking at your liabilities, looking at if you have debt, looking at your credit card, looking at your loan balances. Another thing is also looking at owner's withdrawal. So you want to incorporate these habits. The more you incorporate these habits in your schedule, the more comfortable, more confident you will feel with your business finances. Because a lot of us, if we're uncomfortable, it's because we're uneasy. We don't know. We don't know where things are going. We don't know what we should do. But I'll tell you, if you follow, and start incorporating these what I call four simple steps, you'll start to feel more comfortable. You'll know, oh, okay, I know that revenue is going to be this month. It was that. We had to pay for this expense that we didn't budget for. So you want to get very intimate with your financials. The more intimate you are, the more confident and comfortable you would be. But definitely, we have to do the work. I want to read you this quote. We sow an action, we reap a habit. So you have to put it on your calendar, schedule time, whether that's weekly or bi-weekly, and say, okay, you know what, I'm just going to work on my accounting tasks. And I'll tell you, the more you do it, the more comfortable you get, and the more confident you'll be in managing your business finances. Hopefully, you'll find this information helpful, and I'll see you